Hello, everybody. I feel like louds are really sounds for me today. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. That's a great start. The sounds are louder for me today. So I think maybe something reset my sound settings from when this exploded last time. I don't know. But hi, everybody. How's it going? We'll see how this goes. Yeah, louds are very sound. Yeah, see, that's way louder for me than it was before. I'm gonna switch off of the desk capture for sound for a second and see if it's just my headphone settings. So you guys are gonna lose sound for a second. So hold on. If it will let me. And I can already tell that I'm dropping a lot of frames. So like anytime I am... No, that's the same setting as it was. So I don't know. So yeah, if you're seeing buffering, that's on my end, not on your end. I don't know exactly what is going on, but I'm guessing that it's just my laptop being my laptop. Because it's telling me that like my kilobytes per second is really shit, but it isn't. So I think that's just a processing issue on my laptop's end. So, which is what was happening last time before everything exploded. So we'll see if everything explodes again. I don't know. If it does explode, then I can't fix it. And maybe I never stream again. I don't fucking know. Can you tell that I'm already in a bad mood today? Anyway. Hi everybody. Hi Bwib, and thank you for the resub, Bwib. And hi Oren, and Shawnee was here first, as usual. And hi Stars, and hi Tomato. Did I miss anybody? Probably. No, maybe I didn't miss anybody. Maybe that was it. Hi BP. Twitch is always having issues, let's be real. Hi Diavra. But yeah, I'm getting just a constant encoding overload even when there's nothing going on, so... Yay, I'm having fun. I love technology. It's great. It never fucks up, and it never makes my life more difficult, and everything is great. Oh wow, that's really behind. Okay. Noted. The camera is running like pretty far behind where I'm at. Good luck with your project, BP. So I finished this since last time we talked. It's been a week. Like it's been a week as in that is the number of time since I saw you last. And also it has been a week. You know what I mean? Like, but I did finish this painting over the weekend. Over the weekend? Did I finish it on Monday? I don't know what time is anymore. But yeah, so I did that. That looks good. I'm happy with this. I have these paints I should put away too, actually. So yeah, that's yeah, exactly, a week derogatory. So that's our first installment in the Fruit Moon series. Maybe I'll call it Harvest Moon. I don't know. That might get me in legal trouble. I don't know. Is that trademarked? Can you even trademark that? Because it's literally just a name for like a moon. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, I still haven't decided what I'm going to call that, but we'll get there. I did have a thought because I was mentioning how with the background, I wasn't sure how I was going to make all of the pieces look like they were part of the same thing since I'm doing each on its own. Ooh, true, Shawnee. Yes, supermoon tonight. But I did have a brain blast about that. So each of the backgrounds on each of the paintings is going to be black. But once I get them all done, I will line them up and then add... God, that's so fucking loud for me. I will line those all up and then add stars to the backgrounds for each of those. So that will make them all feel more alike. Hi, Grim. I will do a stretchy.
Show me your hams.
Oh my god, why can't you just take the freaking compliment?
Hand and wrist. I also, some of you saw this. Did I post that in Discord? I think I did. I dragged the huge ass cat tree up here on my own over the weekend, which was not like a wise decision, but it was the decision that I made. I also had a modeling session on Monday, so I'm like still sore and just feeling kind of out of it. I didn't bring the color card out here either. I guess I did announce that color on socials, but the color for this month is going to be pumpkin. So a nice orange. And I'm already cooking on stuff. It dovetails really well with the other moons for this, because the rest of them are kind of yellow orangey. So, yeah, new color, new month. I was late on finishing this one. Well, late. But, so the wrap-up post for October is now up for patrons, and it will be released to everybody next week. Compliment for myself. I said no about something that would have stressed me out, and I didn't feel bad about it. So that's progress. I will say, called out the mental health place yesterday when they called me. So their like billing department called because they're required to go over like how much your treatment plan is gonna cost and all that kind of stuff, which for me is nothing because I have Medicaid. And one of the things that they tell you, like they go over in that, is the fee for if you are a no-call, no-show for an appointment, or if you cancel with less than 24 hours notice. I was like, okay, like I understand that's pretty standard for medical stuff, but I have had my appointment changed with less than 24 hours notice multiple times, and I had a cancellation that I was not told about until after the appointment had started. So you guys have kind of like a hypocrisy here with your policy. And she was like, well, let me look at your account. She's like, well, you weren't marked as a no-call, no-show. And I was like, no, I was not the no-call, no-show. My therapist was the no-call, no-show. And she was like, oh, well, we do have like, and I wouldn't have been told this unless I called them out, and it's very clear to me. But she was like, oh, well, you know, we do have like emergency stuff for people sometimes, and you wouldn't be charged for that. So like if you woke up and you were ill and you called in to let us know or something, you wouldn't be charged for that. And I was like, okay, thank you for that clarification that you would not have given me if I had not complained. But like at this point they should be paying me $55 every time they changed my appointment. Legitimately, I think that they should. Because like, come on, man. Yeah. So I feel like they probably wouldn't have clarified that, or they wouldn't have given me that same leeway if I had not called them out on it, to be honest. Because most people would just accept that and not question it. And I was like, actually, you know what? No. I'm going to complain about this to everybody. I also complained about the scheduling stuff on the, like, little how did we do survey that they sent me. And I was like, all of my counselors have been great. Your front desk staff needs to get its shit together. I didn't say it that way exactly, but, like, it was clear that's what I meant. So, yeah. Stood up for myself, I guess, is good. And set boundary, which is also good. So there, you got 2 compliments, actually. You okay? Greg is going up and down the stairs to do laundry, so if you hear him, that's what's going on. All right, so what have I said? I said that I finished this. I told you guys about the color of the month. The Patreon tiers are all, the new Patreon tiers are also released properly. Oh, I don't have that sticker out here. I don't have the example of the sticker for this month, but I do have the print. So this is the print for this month. If you sign up at the $15 or $20 tier, you will be getting this in the mail, and it will actually be packaged correctly. Not correctly, the way I package things. And come with a little certificate of authentication saying that that is actually a thing that my grubby little paws have touched. And then the sticker is for $5 and up tiers. And that's the little, I showed you guys last time, but it's the little pumpkin pie that says many precious on it. So if you want to sign up for that, now's a great time. But you can sign up at any point during the month, and that will be delivered to wherever you receive mail. Yeah, those paws, the grubby ones. Hi, Cap. Thank you. And yeah, I have captured your heart, and it's not getting released. It's mine now. I just realized that I did actually make business graphics to post on socials for the things, because I'm trying to like be more on top of this stuff now. So this is the sticker you'll get. There you go. Business. Yeah, I'm trying to be more like, so I'm making templates for these so that it's less overwhelming to do at the beginning of every month. But I'll post these probably tomorrow. Since I'm not streaming tomorrow, I won't have another post, so I can post every day. Yes, many preaches. I did many instead of big preach because big preach seems to be pretty well in the camp of Markiplier, and I didn't want to step on his branding toes. But yeah, so that's the sticker you'll get. $5 and up gets the sticker. Well, I guess $5 gets the sticker, and then $15 doesn't get the sticker, just in case you wanted just the print, not the sticker. And then $20 and up gets both. Yep. Yeah, I thought Many Precious was really funny, honestly, which is why I did it. But yeah, so that's that. I also made a little template to announce the color of the month, which I posted already on socials. So it's pumpkin. We're doing pumpkin this month. I'm trying to be a business bean. I don't know. This does not come naturally to me. Yeah, we're doing pumpkin. And I will say I've already decided what we're doing. Say words in the correct order, please, brain. What painting we are going to do this month that will be the print for next month's club. Jesus Christ. And I do already know what the sticker is going to be for next month, too. No, the outside of the pumpkin. The outside. And really, it's called pumpkin because that's what the keystone for it is, which I don't know where it is exactly. Let's try to find it. Because it is a one of the bean paints colors, which I have in like 35 different places. Organization, who's that? We just don't know. I don't know that it's in here. But there is also pumpkin spice, which is this color, but it has some mica in it that I might use, so it's a little glittery. White pumpkins do exist, you're correct, but that is not the color for this. There are also green pumpkins exist. Which is why I didn't just say the color is pumpkin. I also had a swatch behind it. Because customers are mostly like you, Al, and they like to nitpick at things. Where did I put it? Yeah, we don't... Like, everybody thinks I'm really organized because you guys see my spreadsheets. That's just not the case. Like, it's not real. Things are just everywhere, and that's how life works. Where is it? It's not in the other room, is it? Because I've changed the way that I stage photos for this stuff too. But we also have a cat now who likes to knock things off of tables occasionally, so it's possible it's somewhere weird. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. It's around somewhere. Where exactly, I do not know. I might have used it for something else. Here's some more. Ugh. Found it! There it is. That color. I'm gonna put the rest of these keystones into this box while I'm thinking about it. Yes, absolutely. And he has been better about not knocking stuff off of my nightstands because he's realized that if he does that, he's more likely to get locked out of my room. Okay. Theoretically, all but those two keystones are in this now. Theoretically. We'll see how many more I find. Oh, there's a paintbrush over here, speaking of not being fucking organized. But yeah, if you, I'll give you a little preview. Some people have seen some of the reference photos that I've been thinking about for the print for next month. And if you like cats, I would suggest that you sign up for the print month next or the print club next month. Because this is gonna be a kitty. Okay. This can go over here. I talked about that. I talked about that. Okay, I think that's mostly it. I'm still not together. Like, I say that as if I'm ever together, honestly. Yes, we do love a putty tat. And I think I know which reference I'm gonna do, but it might change last minute. I'm gonna decide on that tomorrow and get it laid out. Hi, Tens, good to see you. But before any of that, we could focus on what we're actually doing today, which is this lovely collab between Doodle and I, which you guys unlocked during the tip-a-thon. The prompt for this was Exponential Chaos, which was a suggestion from one of y'all and was also voted by y'all as the winner in the Discord. So you had your grubby little hands in this one too. I'm picking off like individual pieces of eraser dust. That's what I'm doing, just in case anybody was wondering. This is gonna get in there and it's gonna annoy me and it's gonna get stuck in the paint. But we get to try and make this really chaotic. Even more chaotic than it already is. So Doodle did the line art and I transferred it onto art paper. So these lines are less straight than what Doodle had them as. Because Doodle did the line art digitally. But yeah, the one thing I decided already was that we were going to have tie-dye shirts. Other than that, I haven't really made any decision about this. I do know that I don't want to do the mushroom cloud that's through the window as just like brown and orangey kind of fire colors. I want to do something weird. I'm thinking maybe like green and purple. Because that's weird. But for now, I guess I could actually clean off my palette. Because this is all pomegranate colors, and we finished that. Well, I finished that. You guys weren't included in the finishing necessarily, but you know, it happened. There's a cat hair right there. There's so much cat hair everywhere now. Everywhere. I was actually thinking about it. I looked back because I posted on Tumblr when we like started housing Con. And we've had him for like almost 6 months now, which was wild to me. What the passage of time? What is that? Because we got him before I was fully healed up from my surgery. Okay. I could actually peel those two colors up if I wanted to, because I'm not going to use those. Those are mostly just for test. Maybe I can peel these up. We'll see. There we go. I did use all of the other color that I put on here for that test. For the background for the pomegranate is what it was. But I decided to use the black and then the purple over top, which the purple didn't make as much of a difference as I thought it would, but that's fine. Whatever. But how has everybody else's past week been? I know that many of us have been going through it because I've talked to you in other places. Okay. I saw you mention that in the Discord, Al. I'm sorry that that was what it ended up as. Like, I'm glad that you know so that you can, like, avoid the issue, but that's still rough. I'm sorry. I did see that Felds mentioned a gluten-free recipe. If you like ginger, I have a good gluten-free ginger cookie recipe that I made myself. Like, I altered it myself. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. It always sucks when you find like a new thing that you aren't allowed to have in general. Yeah, I'm sorry that you aren't feeling well still, Shawnee. I mean, I also feel like that at the moment. But not because, well, I guess yes, because I'm sick, but not because of a virus. Oh, nice, Al. Yeah, that will hopefully help you. Because, yeah, vitamin D levels sure do be messing with you. Which, actually, I should get mine checked. Probably. I do take supplements for it, but... I don't think that's real. I'm trying to find a reference image for Mushroom Cloud. But as you might expect, most of it is AI bullshit at this point, even though I have AI images hidden. There, that'll work. Or not. How many fine. one doesn't look like AI. Okay. Yeah, well, the vitamin D levels will fuck with your fatigue real bad. So I would not be surprised if you start feeling like way, way better once your vitamin D levels start going up. Because that is definitely one of the major things. Yeah, you've been giving all the D away. Okay. I'm not sure where I want to start on this. That's why I guess the last time we did a prompt word for chaos, which was in 2023, for streaming, which is now defunct, which is kind of sad. This was the last year they were doing that. But I let you guys choose colors. So maybe we'll do that for this one too. Didn't I have that one in here somewhere? I should. Where exactly is another question. Yeah. Oh, I need to write that on my to-do list too. Here it is. The last time we did chaos, it was not exponential chaos, but we did this, and I let you guys vote on which colors to do. And I was doing a technique that I'd never tried before, which was part of the chaos that I'd just seen people do, and was like, I don't know how to do that. Let's just do it without practicing or doing a media test or anything. And you guys tell me what colors, and we'll just make it look like a mess. And that's what we did. What was I just going to put on my to-do list? Release prints. That's what it was. Because I do have some print listings on ready to be released on my shop, and that's something I need to do. But if I don't write it down, I will not remember. But yeah, maybe I'll ask you guys for color input also. I really need to get a better system for keeping art out of the way. Now that the cat likes to sit on it. So I don't really need a cat print on any of my paintings at this moment. I don't think that will improve the situation. But I do think doing like purple and green for the mushroom cloud might be fun. So we can start working on that. And the only other thing that I have decided, like, I'll do the standard colors for both of our personas. The only other thing that I've decided is the tie-dye, rainbow tie-dye for the shirt. So if anybody has any opinions about other colors, you should feel free to shout them out. And we'll see how many I can fit in there. I do think that I should just remove the cobalt teal from my palette because I really don't use it. Yeah, so my thought was that is a group activity that we would have done with Rainbow at a sleepover. Okay. Do want to this wet first. I think that last one, because you do tie it, which is why it's called tie, and then you dye it like that. But who knows? As long as we can understand what you're saying, that's the important part. I always find it weird. So, like, I'm not a good speller. I've never been a good speller. But I find it weird when I do actually know how to spell something that somebody else doesn't know how to spell. Like, people just trust me about it. And I'm like, I don't know that you should, though. Yeah, that's what I said, Al. Welcome back. Yes, this little bit is part of the cloud. That bit is not. Yeah, what'd you get to eat? You have to share with the class. Oh, that's what I have sitting for my lunch off to the side, too. And some tater tots, I believe. Although I just finished eating my breakfast before I started streaming, so I will eat that later. Chimkin. All right. Oh my god, more cat hair. It's freaking everywhere. Oh, actually, Shani, if you wouldn't mind quickly writing a little thing that says the art I'm working on is a collab with Doodle and linking Doodle's stuff and then pinning it. I can also do that if you don't want to. But if you would be willing to do that, that would be good. I would like people to know that this is not just a me art. This is a combo. Thank you. It's a combo deal. I pulled up that reference like I was going to be like, oh, let's do this correctly. I'm just going to ignore it. And like, I know I'm going to ignore it. Yeah, exactly. This is the combo meal deal. Okay. I think I will add some of this. I feel like if I didn't add Hooker's Green to this, Doodle would be upset with me. We'll do that while this is wet, and then we can upgrade it as we go. Well, darken it is really what I mean. It's not really an upgrade. Add more pigment. What's a McPizza? I don't think I've ever heard of a McPizza. Oh, all good, Tens. You never need to apologize for that. Like, I'm thrilled whenever we get to chat, but that is not an obligation at all. I'm just happy folks show up, honestly. Like, I know that's silly to a degree, but as a streamer and just like as an artist in general, that's always one of those things where you're like, what if today is the day that everybody has decided they hate me and they don't show up? I do not remember those at all, Kat, which is wild to me because, like, I know I've told Cap this, but the first words my mother remembered me saying were Bubba Chief French Fry because she took me to eat at McDonald's so often. So, like, I was and still am a McDonald's girly. Which I actually want McDonald's, but because I saw somebody eating a McDonald's French fry in a reel. It was about 3 seconds, and I was like, oh man, McDonald's now. Yeah, boba tea French fry. Thank you. Yeah, so this is with Doodle. Doodle did the line art, and I'm gonna do the color work. And I did transfer it to art paper so that I could do the actual painting. But Doodle got like a really good amount of like chaotic energy in this, I think. Which they apparently like redid this like 4 times or something because they're like, it's not chaotic enough. And I'm like, it's fine, chill out. Yes, that's perfect. Thank you, Shawnee. Yeah, they definitely dedicated. And I was like, you aren't the only one working on this too. Like, can also add more chaos via color and stuff. So like, this is not just you. Because we're gonna add like every single color in the rainbow for this, which generally you wouldn't do for an art piece. You'd want to like limit the colors that you're using. Yeah, that is very you, Al, honestly. To just like say a full ass word as your first one. Doodle, Doodle, Doodle! Look who's here, everybody. It's Doodle. Doodle's here. Okay, I will let that dry. Oh, excuse me. Then we'll add some purple to it, I think. Yeah, it's our art. TM. What color should I make the counters, you guys? And what about the walls? What do you think? I'm guessing, well, I say I'm guessing. I'm thinking that we should do like some sort of pattern on the wall to make it even like more bonkers. You know? I have so much paint on the edge of this cup. Yeah, that was close. So Doodle, Cap, Stars, Shawnee, and I are all doing a D&D campaign, and we had a pretty intense battle yesterday with a fucking T-Rex. Yeah, honestly, we'll see if my laptop throws a hissy fit again. I have dropped like a lot of frames, which I'm mildly concerned about. But we'll see. Yeah, Grim is our DM, I should specify. And Grim is the one who tried to get us et by T-Rex. What kind of pattern do I want to do on wall? Yeah. Although I really don't think it was the roar specifically that traumatized us. I think that was more the dinosaur itself. Because it tried to eat almost everybody. I got out completely unscathed just by, like, some sort of miraculous twist of fate. I did not get touched at all during the entire battle. So I came out and I'm like, oh, okay, so Doodle went down, like, twice. Cap went down. Shawnee went down. Stars was on 1 HP, and I was just over here at full health, like, do you guys need something? Can I help? I don't know. The thing just didn't notice me, and I was far enough back, so I didn't move. Yeah, for sure, Grim, for sure. I will say, I think I've mentioned this before. Yeah, honestly, Tomato, it was really like that. Yeah. It was wild. Yeah, and you almost got bit, but you used your shield, which was a good call, I think. Yeah, Doodle did the death blow there, which was very impressive. Yeah, yeah. Because I think I've mentioned that basically happened in the other D&D campaign I ran, or was playing in. I guess I didn't run it, but we did end up dying, all of us, to a set of zombies, and had to have something retconned in to save us all. And I was the first one to die in that encounter. Yep. Yeah, we do pretty well, honestly. Even when the dice are really freaking mean to us. I want to do the counters. I don't know what color. Maybe I want to do, like... Because if I'm doing green and purple here, those are both cool colors. So probably a warm color down here. Yeah, there were a lot of 7s yesterday. Fire is going to be like red, orange, yellow. Maybe I do like pink down here. Or magenta. Yippee! Yeah, I've kept the wash streaks going so far. If people get annoyed with it or feel obligated to be here, you should let me know, because I'm not 100% sure that I want to keep them. Because I don't like making people feel like they have to be here, which I think is the point of that, and I don't know. I don't want my stream to be about FOMO, because that's stressful. But also something really annoying about it is that it gives you a notification like 4 hours after you finish stream that X number of people are in danger of losing their streak. So it gives you that alert after you can't do anything about it. And it stresses me out. I'm waiting for more grim information here. Maybe I'll just start doing the tie-dye, since I know I want to do that. And that's not touching the mushroom clouds, so... Ah, thank you. Grimformation, yep. Thank you for that. Because we did know that you wasted like 2 nat 20s for the beast. Yeah, I think they can by watching like the VOD or the clip, but I still just, I don't know. It makes me feel icky. Just like in general. Can you like actually pick up pigment here? Oh, I really need to add more pink to my palette. All right. Hi, Sleepy. Yeah, that thing was hitting hard. Yeah, if it was 5 levels, like actually 5 levels too strong for us, we would have died, I think. You know what I mean? Because it is all of us against it. Yeah, monk bullshit. Coming in strong. Yeah, we appreciate monk bullshit in this house. Ooh, have fun with cowboys and hi, Amma. Alright. Ooh, what's obsidian? I'm guessing some sort of appy thing. You just said what color pants we're wearing. Because I feel like, so this is just kind of like a general vibe concept. I feel like I would purposefully match my shorts to the top. I feel like Doodle would. Hi, Illuminati. I don't think I said that yet. I need to wait until those both dry, but I will start conceptualizing. Oh, cool, cool. Thank you, Shawnee. Yeah, maybe. I might look into that. Cause like, God, this is something that I think about a lot. There's a CSI episode where they decide that this dead woman was meeting somebody because she'd matched her underwear and her bra. And they were like, nobody matches their underwear if they don't think somebody's gonna see it. I do that. I like matching. It's not about anybody else. It's about me. And I like matching. I match my innerwear to my outerwear, and I match my innerwear to each other. It's all good. We can shout out Illuminati twice. I think think they deserve it. Yeah, you are. So smart, beautiful, and fast. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, I like that. It has nothing to do with anybody else. I think I'm going to go with magenta for the counters. Right? Honestly. Like, I'm sorry that you only live your life where other people can see it. I'm still living my life when other people aren't witnessing me. Like, that sounds sad. I'm sorry for you. I do think instead of like making hard lines on any of this, because I did make this a little bit smaller, so the edge of Doodle's line work is not actually on the edge of the page. I am just going to do like a blur out instead of like a harsh edge to the color. Yeah, I wear femme underwear. No femme underwear costs that little. I was going to make both of these counters the same color, but I feel like that goes against the vibe of chaos. So I will reconsider that decision. I do want this side to be darker. Yeah. Yeah, totally fair, Sleepy. I was looking at, my brother gets some of the boxers from the Good Store, which is the Green Brothers, like, what's the word I'm trying to think of? They're like sustainable line, where they actually, you know, pay artists to make the designs, and everybody who's involved in making them is like paid properly and all that kind of stuff. Actually, Tomato, there is a gender neutral is what they call it, lingerie store that I follow on Instagram that does that, and does have like lace boxers that actually have a place to put external hardware, if you catch my drift. Hi, Amma. So yeah, it starts with a C. It's like Cinq, CINQ, I think. Let me double check. I'm like, it's not cheap, I will say, but is that it? No. I hate how my brain doesn't actually read words when it's a username. I just recognize the shape. Which means that if I try to find something, I don't remember. No. Yeah. Which is why, so I have only changed my Discord PFP once. And that was away from a PFP that I have been using for over a decade, to the art that Sleepy made for me during Art Fight. Yep. I basically like never change my stuff. Not you. No. I apparently am just gonna not remember what they're actually called ever. The next time I see it, I will send it your way. They do advertise on Instagram occasionally, but I cannot remember. Well, I'm so sure that those letters were in that order, but perhaps not. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah. But there's some, I'm pretty sure they're LA based. Mostly dry, yeah. Okay. I can start doing some colors on me. I do think maybe we would have some like harsh backlight coming from the mushroom cloud outside, maybe. Maybe I'll give everybody like a light glow from that's around the window. Yes, that looks right, Shawnee. That shape looks correct. See, like, I had enough to get there eventually. Yeah, we were just talking about how with femme underwear you can't do that, Alma. Which is how we got on this topic. Especially if you're plus size, I will also say. Because, like, they're like, oh, you're fat and you wanted underwear that fits? Pay us $6,000, actually. And also die because we hate you. It sure does. I also think one of the, like, random things that really irks me is that the, like, statistics or whatever that say, actually, like, 90% of women are plus size. And it's like, okay, but you realize that that's fake, right? Like, plus size is not some weird thing that we're born into via our DNA. Like, that is a thing that somebody else made up. So, like, saying, actually, we should be nicer about women because, like, so many of them are plus size. You made that up. That doesn't mean anything. Have you considered that we should just not think about bodies? Fuck off. It's like, oh yeah, you're normal. You shouldn't feel bad because, like, everybody's plus size. Okay, then change the fucking sizes. And also eat my ass. Like, fuck off. It makes me mad. If you couldn't tell. Yes, thank you, Shawnee. Yeah. It's like, I'm pretty sure this, that, and the other. Like, I can tell you what their models look like, but that's not helpful. I do Yes. Yeah, it is. Especially, again, for femme clothes. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I'm talking... Yeah. Yeah, Al, I'm talking about how people pretend like being over a size 12 is something that is written in our DNA and not a number that somebody came up with. Thank you, Shawnee. What was I doing? I was pulling up a ref of Doodle. That's what I was doing. Do I have that saved still from Art Fight? Doubt I do. Yeah, all good. Take care and make sure you stay hydrated. Because you don't need a cry hangover. That won't help nothing. Man, I really cannot focus for the life of me today. I say today as if this isn't a constant problem, but you know what I mean. Actually, maybe I have it saved in here. Because I did do... I do. Beautiful. I'm about to show some painted titty on stream. You've been warned. But I did this painting for Doodle because they got top surgery during Art Fight, or were about to, and I made this in anticipation, so I have the little reference here, which means I don't need to go find another one. So I can just look at colors like that. I don't think that's her fault, though. Like, I don't need her apologies. I need the apologies of the companies who have decided that she's it, and she's the only person who has the right body. Like, her body isn't wrong either for being what they're marketing towards. Like, I mean, we did, Amma and I both, I feel like, had to snark at Doodle a little about actually resting. Because Doodle kept feeling bad that they were sleeping so much. And I was like, yeah, you should be sleeping. You just had, like, 20 pounds of flesh removed off of your body. Like, take a nap. It's fine. Okay, because I wanted to make sure that I got the pink right for the ears, which is kind of a little bit more desaturated than mine. I should be able to just add a little bit of this and get that about right. Yeah, yeah. Right, Sleepy? Wild. You have a femme body? Did you know that you're wrong? Yeah. I think that was a group effort, honestly. And I need to remember that I made their piercings gold and that to match the thing, and that's not actually the Sona's vibe. Yeah, I can't fit in anything. Well, that's not true. I can fit in one thing that I wore in high school, and it does not fit the way it's supposed to. I guess I could also do the fire extinguisher because I already know what color I'm going to make that. That's another thought. Yes, yes, it is a mushroom cloud. Yeah, so the line art is by B, and I'm just doing the color. But I do also know that B redid this like 4 times, so. Oh, that's something I should add as a like bit redeem. Huge basketball shorts. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. But I can share it in Discord later if I remember. There's this silly like internet video from, gosh, I want to say like 2011 or something. That's this kid singing about huge basketball shorts and how they're really comfy to wear, basically. And it plays in my head all the time. Yeah. They kept saying that they didn't know how to make it chaotic enough. And I was like, you aren't the only one working on chaos here. Like, I also get to do that via color. Thank you, Shawnee. I don't know what I'm doing. I say as if I ever know what I'm doing. I guess I can do the top of this counter now. I'm finding it interesting with this specifically where I'm like, there are certain colors that I lean towards things, which means that it just like matches my mental image of what something should be. But I also feel like I should go against that because it's chaos. So by giving it my order of what matches actually goes against the vibes. Because like if it was just up to me and I was doing something chill, I would make this bowl a light blue because that's the color it should be in my head. Yeah. Did I ever have a light blue bowl that I made cake batter in? Nope. So why is it that color in my head? Don't know. Okay, cool. Good to know. So that means since I was a child, you guys were fated to be in my life with your light blue cake batter bowl. Getting B's skin color correct is going to be a trial for me. It's because I'm bad at skin tones. I also have not put a line right there that is supposed to be there. Yeah, clearly, like, it was faded in the stars. And I also do want to add purple to the background. Well, not the background, to the mushroom cloud. But I do think it's interesting because, like, in our heads, we have, like, concepts of what the base level of something is. So, like, if I asked you to think of an apple, for instance, you have a color that you associate with, like, an apple, even though there are, like, a billion different apple colors in the world. But you have one that to you says apple more than another color. And I find those differences very interesting. Because, like, for me, when I think of an apple, I think of a green apple. But in most, like, Clipper or something, if you look for apple, it's going to be a red apple. I don't like this. Oh, I didn't do that last night. I should remember to do that. I finished a library book last night, and I should return it so that I can get the next one. Even though I don't think I've mentioned this to you guys. I've been technically rereading, I think, the Animorph series because I finished the other, like, chill book series that I had for, like, in between more serious books. And even though all the Animorphs are available for free online via the author who released them during the pandemic, well, during lockdown is how I should be saying that. So I downloaded them, but I've also, if my library has them available, I've been getting them through my library because it makes their numbers look better, which means they get better funding. And I finished one, but I didn't return it last night. So I should do that. Yeah. Well, chill is in, it's not like the book that I'm reading about the IRA that takes like me reading every sentence 5 times before I can parse what the author is trying to say. Or a book about the, like an academic book about the state of surveillance capitalism, stuff like that. And ones that I own so that I don't have to worry about finishing them within a certain amount of time to get them back to the library. Which is less chill if you are worrying about when you can get the book back. But also it's just kind of like, so the Warrior Cats and Animorphs are both written for a younger crowd, which means they are not as taxing to read. Hi, Herpel! I think after that dries, I'll add some more green to it again in a couple places. Chapstick out here. Excellent. Do I also have that out here? I don't know if I do. Yeah, I can't focus. I don't have focus in me today. I'm writing return library book on my to-do list, or I will for Gore. Okay. Where I put that? It should be around here somewhere. Because I was just thinking, actually, I should show that to Al. Because I got a set of these little kitty pins, kitty bee pins from a Kickstarter, and they have pride colors. I probably actually brought it into the back room, maybe. But they accidentally sent me an aromantic one instead of an asexual one. So I might send that to you, Al, if you're interested in it. Is that it, actually? It is it. Here it is. I left it in the bag in case they wanted me to ship it back. So it was meant for you, I think, Al. Yeah. So if you, I just wanted to check and see if you wanted that while I was thinking about it. So yeah, and then they're gonna send me the ace one. But I got a couple of them. Haha, get it? That'd be ace. So I do actually want to, maybe I'll do that after it dries. Maybe I'll do that after it dries. Immediately does it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh my goodness. Those alerts are so loud. I'm gonna need to mess with that. I don't know why my sound is so vastly different. But it sure is. I will have a little treat. Thank you. I have another toffee from Stars right here. What time is it? Oh, it's been an hour and a half. Okay. I might take a quick break too. Actually. Ooh. And then I'll give this time to dry before I keep messing with it. are... Yeah, I think that fits for you. Maybe I'll make these shorts purple. Yeah, they only do that laparoscopically anymore. And generally speaking, it isn't that bad unless there are like really severe complications. Is she just like not gonna come back? Has she decided that she's done? Because like, given the work environment, I cannot blame her for this. Well, of course, because like that work environment doesn't keep really good employees, you know what I mean? Like either a good employee is there and then realizes that they won't get any support and they shouldn't actually go above and beyond because like you don't get anything for it except being smacked more often, you know? Like, it is not the kind of environment that produces good work. I do think I'm going to take a quick break, which means I'm going to run some ads. I will be back in about 3 minutes. You can take a break with me or not. I'm not your mom, so like whatever. But I would suggest that you know do a little stretchy, maybe get a treat for yourself, a little drinky, a little snack, and look at something that's farther away from your face than your screen is right now because it's good for your little eyeballs. And then I will be back and we will continue working on this. have returned. Oh, it just occurs to me that, like, just occurred to me that I did not remove the trick or treat redeem. Which is, like, not that big a deal. Just, I guess we can leave it on for a little bit because, like, I did not stream as much as I wanted to during October. So, thanks to many things, all of which frustrated me. Hi, Bubba.
Why do you like Halloween so much?
It's always Halloween in my soul.
Yeah, hi. Hey, little squinty eyes, what you doing? Yeah, hi, Bubba. Spotify just decided to stop? No, that's just quiet. All right. That's allowed. Come on. My brain just entirely stopped. Oh, I also grabbed lunch while I was standing up. Just in case anybody's worried about me not eating. How did I do this? Nobody knows. It's a mystery. Because there sure was some weird wiggles there. Yeah, that's true. For those who don't know, I always my D&D character. And she is anorexic. Specifically because you guys wanted to know all of my D&D characters' trauma, right? Right? You won't read into that really deeply, right? Because it's related to her family, so, and the depression that she feels when she is with her family because she doesn't have control over her own life. But basically, the longer she's away from her family, the more weight she gains. And so far, I wasn't secret about that going in. Like, I told everybody that was a thing about my character. Yeah, never. That's never happened before. So, like, I think I told everybody by the time that we started playing, like, all the other players. But so far, Cap's character is the only one who has, like, clocked it a little bit. Which, again, no reflection of Cap in that character either. He's trying to remember what colors I used. Mm-hmm. Also, oh, I learned a new word in Finnish the other day. And it's spelled very closely to your character's name, and I thought it was really funny. So the word is aku, A-K-K-U, instead of I, and it means battery. Use that red, I used this red. I found that interesting, and that is, in fact, how I'm going to remember that word from now on. It's like almost Aki, but not quite. Yeah, and he's just it. I learned the word through like the like technology words section. So like I learned laptop and internet and stuff like that. So it kind of like tracks with the artificer, you know. Should actually also do the same kind of vibe for piercing right here. Actually. I never did add that line. I think I'm just going to paint and it'll be fine. Hi, Dissy. Good to see you. How have you been? And thank you for the resub. Hello? Hi, Raiders. Welcome in. Vixen Wolf Gem. What a fun name. I love that. Welcome in, folks. I hope that you had a good stream. You should let me know what you were up to. I see. It would be tens. Hello. Very tens coded. Welcome in, folks. Let me know how your stream was. Thank you, Shawnee. Hi, Nocturnal Guard. Welcome in. Also, another good name. Yeah, welcome in, folks. And I'm going to say, like, immediately right off the bat, if any of you need to go do self-care, please go do self-care. Yeah, what were y'all up to today? Ooh, nice. What for, if you don't mind sharing? If you do need to go take a break, feel free to tell me to stuff it, and you should go. Because I know, personally, after I finish stream, I need to go sit in absolute silence for at least 15 minutes or I turn into the Joker. So... Hi, Con. Yeah, I know. Greg has his door shut. It's evil and it's rude to you specifically. What's up, Bubba? Hmm? There's a cat here named Con. That's who I'm talking to, in case anybody was wondering. And my brother shut his door, which means that Con is displeased that he's been shut out of a room. He's come to whine to me. Concealatory pets. Oh, I full on just dropped a huge splash of water right there. That's fine. Ooh, nice. Funny ear sounds fun, actually. I'm staring at this trying to decide what to do next, and the answer is I don't know. Oh, he's on the cat tree, everybody. I dragged a huge cat tree up for him because we're house sitting him, kind of like cat sitting him. He's in our house because his real mother has moved states, so he's staying with us until she can get set up properly. And she left one of the big cat trees with us, which is taller than I am, I would like to point out, and I'm not a short person. I managed to drag that up all by myself on Sunday. Which he's pleased about. He likes being tall. For anybody who's new here, I guess hi, I'm Katie. I didn't do that whole thing. Right now I'm working on doing a watercolor painting of my friend's line art, because us doing a little art collab together was part of, it was one of the goals for a tip-a-thon I did a while back, so we're finally getting around to it. And yeah, good question, Tamino. What kind of comic? Oh, I love a good slice of life. I like just like, I don't know, seeing folks exist. Ooh, nice. Thank you. Oh yeah, you guys can probably hear that, huh? That's a plane going over top of my house. It's gonna get louder before it gets quieter. Yeah. Welcome to living in Alaska. What am I doing? I don't know. I don't know that I ever knew what I was doing. I do know that the screen took up way more of my palette than is necessary. I think I will start messing around with a skin color for B. Because that is going to be... I don't know, I find vague skin, I guess skin, fur color, whatever. That is one of the more difficult things that I find to do in general. Which is also why we always have a little piece of scrap paper. That actually isn't too bad. I think that's about right. Now I just get to mix more of it. Okay. I did mention that I had a model session on Monday. I made the entire class listen to ACS. I say made. They asked if there was some music that I wanted, and I was like, what kind of vibe? And everyone was like, whatever. What do you want to listen to? And I was like, okay, well, this one matches the vibes that you have been doing so far, so that'll work. Although it did mean that I had to spell that band name when I wasn't expecting to. Which is a bit of a task. I do think it's nice when, because like usually when they're doing like modeling, like model drawing or whatever, they do like play music. The teacher plays music in the background. And I do think it's nice when they ask me what I like, even though like I don't really care. Like I'm pretty all over the map when it comes to music taste. I am glad that I didn't have to listen to Halloween music, though. But some of them seem to like it, so which was nice. That was just what came to my mind first. They were like, do you have a suggestion? I was like, probably. What do you want? I do often, like in the past when they've asked, I have suggested the coffee sound. Or the coffee shop soundtrack. I cannot speak words. The coffee talk soundtrack. Good Lord. My brain is just really not online. Yeah, it is. It's nice of them to be like, you know, you're sitting here naked in front of us. Is there something you would like to listen to while you're being naked for money? Mostly, like, I listen to some of everything. The only thing that I really don't listen to of my own free will is classical music. I have some of everything else. Which, like, I don't dislike classical music, but it's just not my go-to. Yeah, exactly. It's, like, not songs to get down to, which you might think because of the naked. But no. It's just songs to be naked to. Maybe I should make a playlist and send it to the teachers, actually, and just be like, here are my songs to be naked to. If you needed suggestions. Yeah, classical in general, like, I understand it and its purpose and its place and time, you know? So, like, that did slap real hard in, 1782 or whatever. But I need something with a little more bounce to it. Yes, perfect, tomato. Yeah, honestly. But, like, also, for the most part, we don't have to put cannons into our music anymore because people are falling asleep while it's playing. And we need to, like, scare them into being awake, you know? Which is a real thing. I'm not saying there aren't bops. I'm just saying that there are other bops that are a little bit more enticing to me that have been made since then. If I am, like, because sometimes, like, if you're at work or whatever and sharing music with people, like, you collude on what would be the best option. So if, like, somebody asks for classical music, that's fine. But I will generally go with ballet music because it has some more bop to it, you know? It's a little bit more exciting. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm shocked, Shawnee. Absolutely shocked. I did have an email today asking if I could do a modeling session tomorrow too, and I was like, no, I cannot do that. Because, like, aside from just, like, I'm a schedule person, I need to know before, like, more than 24 hours in advance, please. Much like a medical office. But also, my rescheduled therapy session is tomorrow. And I could not guarantee that I would be back in time to do that, which would stress me out way too much. Yeah, thank you for the raid. Get some rest and thanks for popping in. Yeah, he's hiding in his tree. Yeah, me too, Tomato. I really do hope that this one actually happens this time. That would be great. So freaking frustrating. Like, I totally understand somebody being sick. That isn't my issue. But the front office just didn't call me to tell me that my appointment was canceled. And I should point out, they wouldn't even have had to call me because I called in to get some information that morning after they'd already had to tell somebody who was in the office that this counselor was not going to be in today. So like, okay, Shani, have good dinner. I don't know. Maybe I've made all of the front office staff angry at me because I keep calling them out on this stuff, but like, that's your job. So like, do it. Just a lot. And like, I understand that stuff falls through the cracks. I get it. I also, you know, have the brain weirds that mean that sometimes I just straight up forget shit. But at this point, like, I don't know, man. That's a lot of forgets to happen to the same person repeatedly. That sounds good, Shawnee. Like, oh, nothing special. I'm just making, you know, a home-cooked meal. Like, alright. Just the home-cooked meal is special. Yes! I do that all the time, Shawnee. Fried rice is so good. Like, rice in general is good. Excuse me, but fried rice, like, you can shove anything in there. Fun fact, you don't even need to make fried rice Chinese style. I do Mexican fried rice sometimes. Hell yeah! I haven't made fried rice in a long time, actually. Oh my gosh. Those are so loud. There's dogs yelling at each other outside. Yeah, honestly, Tomato. And you can put anything in there. It's very much, it's similar to soup for me. Like, you can throw whatever you have in there and it's delicious. So, like, do it. Or ask a shrimp to do it. So true. Trying to decide what color I want to make Doodle's shorts. I also need to decide what color I'm making this counter. Maybe I'll do that first. And then decide what color I'm making the shorts. We're getting there. It occurs to me that maybe I should be using the Doodle PNG tuber since I'm working with doodle art. If it will load, goodness gracious. Hello? I was just changing my tuber. Welcome in, gremlins. Love a gremlin. We can definitely have a pizza party. That sounds like fun. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for popping in today. You have to tell me what you were up to on your stream, as is Twitch law. Well, welcome in, everybody. Good to see you. Yeah, we are fans of gremlins here. Thank you for the follow. Ooh, God of War. So serious. Oh, She Who Geeks. Yes, yes, yes. Very fun. And yeah, like, I'm not a huge, like, combat game person in general, but I do know that you need to shout at the child. Like, that's just how it works. Ah, thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, that's great. And any of you, including your streamer, if you guys need to go get self-care or take a break or, you know, get up and stretch or something, please feel free to. I'm happy that you popped in. Always good to see folks. I do think that Doodle has done a good job making this chaotic, because every single time I'm, like, going in to figure out what to do next, I have to, like, stop and really think about it because there's so many options. I guess I can finish up the fire extinguisher bits here. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, I feel that. I appreciate the lurk, and please go take care of yourself. I always prefer that you guys take care of yourselves. You guys remember like an hour and a half ago when I said I should add more pink on my palette and then I didn't do it? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah, we definitely are goober central. Yeah, goobers, gremlins, messy hands. That's the vibe here. Man, I'm I'm just thinking about my schedule, like the anxious person that I am and what all I have to still do this week. And I was gonna say I'm really looking forward to Saturday because I don't have anything I need to do on Saturday, but that's a lie. Like trying to think what day do I have that I can actually like take a day off and not have to do anything. And I don't know that I get one for another 2 weeks. All right. Have a good BRB. I will say Doodle gave me an ominous message yesterday. Technically multiple ominous messages, but they were like, I've mailed you something. There's 2 packages. Whenever the first one shows up, don't open it. You need to wait for both. And you aren't allowed to open them until you're on call with me and a group of other people. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like, I all right, like, that's fine, but also, huh? What? Yeah, so I guess I get treats. More treats. Because Doodle did just send me a bunch of stuff that they got me from a convention they went to, which was very sweet of them. Yeah, it seems like y'all colluded. That's my guess. Just like, wow, my friend's plotting against me to show me that I'm loved? What a hell. I've never done that to anybody. Yes, a treat. Hi, Ghost. Perhaps even multiple treat. I think that's so funny still. Maybe I keep that around and we just put a bunch of awesome things in it. How's it going, Ghost? That doesn't sound super convincing, but I'll allow it. Yeah, I feel like all of us, I don't know anybody who's had like a good week and a half, honestly. Like, we've all been getting like kicked in the dick repeatedly. So I hope that you and the rest of us have some kinder days coming. Because otherwise I'm going to have to take up with the universe and start stealing shins. Yeah, I feel like we've all just been having a time, TM. Mercury is supposed to go in the microwave again in a little bit. I was talking to Rainbow about that in her stream yesterday, actually. I was like, is there another planet that I can blame the last 2 weeks on? Because what the fuck? And Rainbow's response was basically like, well, sometimes like a little bit on either end is also kind of fucky. Which she didn't say fucky, obviously. I will say fucky. And I was like, what? Mercury PMDD? What the fuck? Like, how dare you? This is bullshit. I think that's pretty good, actually. Except for maybe right there. Yeah, that's such a Linda thing to say. She did have that, I forget what event it was for, but she did have that wheel spin where she had to curse for like a half hour or something. That was so funny. Me, I think I'm happy with that. It continues to mess with it. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we are getting there. Oh no, I'll look forward to seeing that after I finish streaming. Yeah, that's so fair. I definitely curse a lot. What's wild is I curse more around my family. Although if you know my family, that probably isn't as wild to you personally. But like my family is very curse heavy people in general. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know, like a lot of, especially when I was growing up, the general vibe was like, if you use a curse word instead of another word, then you're just stupid because you couldn't think of a better word. And it's like, no. I viewed the situation, I looked at my vocabulary, and I decided that chocolate covered clusterfuck was the correct description for this event. Like those are the same kind of people who are always like, hate is a really strong word. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I fucking used it. You're gonna end up on that same list, Brenda, unless you shut the fuck up about how I speak. Like, I am capable of not swearing because I worked with kids a lot because I was planning to be a elementary school teacher, basically, was my original career path, and then I decided that I couldn't do that. But yeah, I'm very good at not cursing, but like sometimes a curse is just what you need. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, strong word, which is what I am feeling. Can you chill out? If you don't want to use that word, you don't have to use that word. But you do not get to control my mouth. I think I'm gonna make my shorts blue. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. And like, I'm sorry, but I wasn't allowed to have emotions for a lot of my life. So I'm gonna have the ones that I want. You can shut the fuck up about it. That's so fair, Alma. See, I'm like, I am a hater, but I'm also a lover. So it's kind of hit and miss which version you're gonna get. It's like, I'm like a turducken. So I'm a lover, and then I'm a hater, and then I'm a lover again, you know? I contain multitudes. A lot of those multitudes are hate. I just got paint on my finger. That's so fair, honestly. We need both. And I feel like in general, if you are in any way attached to a lover, which I do think Doodle is a lover, you need a hater in your life to like level you out, you know? Because like if you are first and foremost a lover, people will take advantage of you for sure, and you need somebody who's a little bit mean behind you, going, actually, if you touch them, I will hate everything around you and you in specific, and you'll hate life because of me, you know? Oh no, Tens, I'm sorry. I feel like you've been having to work really long shifts lately. We are talking about being a lover or a hater, because I brought up how the same people who tell you not that cursing is stupid because it means you couldn't come up with another word are the same kind of people who are like, hate's a strong a strong word. It's like, yeah, that's the one I meant. And now we're talking about being a hater. So there you go, all caught up. But yeah, I'm sorry that you've been having to work like crazy hours lately. Oh, 100%. 100%. They're the same people who are like, why shouldn't I be able to say the N-word? It's just a word. Like, fuck off. Yep, I feel that hardcore, Alma. I think I will do purple for B's shorts. Do you need to get more purple? Yeah, it's hard to gauge how much is too much rice, honestly. It's kind of like pasta. Where's my pink? Here's my pink. Ooh, I need to buy another tube of this. Yeah, rice is good. Rice slaps. And it's so versatile. Like, you can do so much with it. Yes, we love carbs. We love grains. We love staple crop. Was that you who reblogged that today, Shawnee? Because somebody I have notifications on for did. Where is my purple? Like, I don't even have that many paints, if I'm being honest but in comparison to other folks, there's a purple, not the purple I'm looking for. I might have gotten rid of the other. You know how I said that I thought I grabbed all the keystones and put it in that one box earlier? Nope. That one wasn't. And I do like this purple is the one that I grabbed, but it does granulate pretty intensely. Not always what. Moving the box to a different light source will definitely change how this goes, for sure. I'll be able to see it all of a sudden. I'm sure of that. I might have gotten rid of it, though, because it was old enough that it was very dry. Girl. Yeah, there it is. Found it. So I'd rather put this purple in there, because I like using this one more. But it is very dry, which means I have to really squish. There we go. All right. Cap, go back on, please. 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 He's going here. I wonder where the boy went. He's not on this tree anymore. Maybe that's all the keystones that time. We'll find out at some point. Is there anything else I really need to add more of in here right now? Yeah. I can add more at another time if I so choose. Okay. Purple. Dry? Yes. Excellent. Yeah, this specific tube of watercolor paint I have had. Oh Lord, I don't like that number that I'm coming up with. I have probably had this tube of paint since I was 19. Somewhere in there, because I do know that I was still dating Ben when I got it, which was a long while ago. Because I remember picking these out in the store with him. Same with the Reeves that I have. So like this red, and then the Viridian are all that old too. Which is another good thing about watercolor, honestly, especially tube watercolor. Like, you can hold on to it for ages, and it's fine. Like, some of it might split a little bit. It might be a little bit more temperamental or dry out a bit if you know, leave the tube open for a long time. But they last pretty dang well and reactivate once you get some water in them. Oh, that looks so blue on camera. That is not blue. That is like purple. Purple. Intriguing. The way this camera picks up colors is like so fucked up. Well, now that I'm looking at it on screen, dark blue wouldn't have been bad either, honestly. Okay. actually... Me almost tossing things around. And this... Pull up the reference of my me. I would love to stop having planes fly over my house. That would be great, actually. We could just chill for a bit, you know? That's an actually full one. Where's the full one? No. I don't think that's any different than people liking to watch horror movies when it's dark out. Or like, I guess for non-horror movie equivalent, watching a rom-com when you go on a date or something, like... Some things are situational. Or it is the way that you enjoy them most, you know? I will say, one of the things that I do most often on Christmas Eve is watch that one X-Files episode with the Christmas Eve haunting. Which is like not normal Christmas things that people do. Like, what do you mean you don't want to watch a show about a couple haunting their old house and trying to kill everybody. What? Yes, everybody is a little more intense, but if you've seen the episode, you know what I'm talking about. I did finally watch The Thing a little bit ago, like a few months ago. I hadn't seen it before. There are a lot of movies I haven't seen. A lot of things in general I haven't seen. Excellent. Where's my elbow for this? Like, I think that'll be the other color. Ah, good, good. Welcome back, Sleepy. Yeah, that's so fair, Shawnee. Like, I don't know. It's not that weird, I feel like, to like control your experience in other ways. Otherwise, like, there wouldn't be an entire like 4D movie experience industry, you know? Like, that's one of the big features of like, yeah, exactly. That's like one of the big features out of like a lot of theme parks is like rides that have extra stuff to like spray water on you or whatever. Like, that's part of the experience. Oh, interesting, Shawnee. Yeah, I don't need any help getting scaled. Yeah, practical effects are so much better, honestly. I'm tired of CGI, honestly. Like, we are past the point where CGI advancements are cool and to the point where it's just like, can we not? Yeah, I just like how Doodle draws in general, but this is great. I agree. Shoddy, I want you to know that I could read you for filth right now, but I'm not going to because I love and care about you, and you wouldn't feel good. I'm good at seeing patterns. I forget who I was talking to about it, but I was talking about how, like, before I was actually able to cry when I felt like crying, because hello trauma, I would specifically watch certain kinds of movies that would make me cry, so that I could, like, set that off to get the vague amount of emotional release that I needed. Which, like, we've made a big improvement on that, as you guys might have been able to tell by me actively crying at the end of stream last week. But yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where, like, sometimes you need the movie to do something that you cannot manage on your own, you know? Like, I very much get that. If anybody wants to know, the number one crying movie for me was All Quiet on the Western Front. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. Like, you schedule your maintenance. Yeah, it kills me every time. Because, like, the old All Quiet on the Western Front, which was made in, like, the 1930s, was actually made by, like, almost the entire team of people who worked on that, and the people who wrote the script for it, like the screenplay, were veterans of World War One. So it has a certain stank to it, you know? It's got that trauma vibe. Yeah, it's intense for sure. Ooh, yeah, for sure, Shawnee. Yeah, that was definitely me for a long time, Sleepy. I've gotten a bit better about it, but like that kind of stuff does set me up. I will tell you, oh my god. So I was on call with Cap the other night actually, and I think I've mentioned this before, but we'll send like Instagram reels back and forth to each other while we're on call. And I watched a reel of like older, like senior citizen couples who were reuniting after they had to be apart for medical reasons, and there was just like a compilation of it. Girl, I cried so hard. I like tears rolling down my face made a spot on the pillow level of crying about that while I was watching it, because holy shit. And I get part of that was PMDD, like part of it was hormonal, but also holy shit. I definitely saved it. Yes, we've talked about it, Sleepy. I remember. Yeah, sometimes you don't need to relate to like anything specific. Sometimes you just relate to being emotional, you know? Mm-hmm. You are already like Mr. Rogers, Shani. Oh yeah, for sure. Sleepy, like, I don't know, that's part of why I like history so much. That just means that you have an excuse for why you're crying, Shawnee, so it's safer. Like, obviously stop cutting onions if it gets that bad, but I'm trying to decide if I want to do color for the edges of the shorts or if I want to leave it white. Oh, is that supposed to help? I always get, like, entirely taken out by onions. Like, I feel like I have a stronger reaction to them than I'm supposed to have. Because, like, my brother will be, like, cutting an onion and be fine, and I will walk in the kitchen and immediately start dying. Welcome back. Love that. Love that, Sleepy. Ah, interesting, Shani. I mean, it's possible that, like, the cold would alter how that is affected, you know? Cobra chicken. Being perceived is okay if you get to control it. If you don't get to control it, then it's like, I don't know about all that. That's so fair, Amma. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I was thinking about, like, a cockatrice situation, which is horrifying, honestly. There was a significant portion of time, like during quote the Big Depression GM, where I just showered with the lights off. Like entirely, because I didn't want to have to see myself. I had to do that after surgery once too. But we're back on track there. And I get it. They do have homework, Amma. It's different than the school homework. Yeah, that's fair. You can also do it by like candlelight is the other thing, because it's like, one, you get to romanticize it a little bit, and two, you can't see as well. Hi, Aria. Good to see you. Ah, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, things seem to be going in a better direction for a bit. Man, who decided to make a persona with so many little details? What the fuck? Nice. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of little shit where it's like if you forget one, like I don't think it's that big a deal. But I am also the kind of person who's like, if I forget any single detail, I've actually failed as a person. Like I don't get to call myself an artist anymore. Yeah, so fair. I wouldn't have minded just for the record. Yeah, honestly, Cap, it's so good. Oh, good. That's good. trying to decide what to do next. The answer is, Oh, for sure, tens. Yeah, I feel that. And Cap can tell you that I design ridiculous characters. As my D&D character has enough details on it that Cap actually exasperatedly sighed while he was working on a piece of my my art. You did, but you also went, why'd you do this? Yeah, Io. Which I can bring up on my iPad in just a second to show you guys for anybody who doesn't know. So I'm not completely done coloring the reference images yet. But here's the front of Io. Those are tattoos. They don't come off. You have to draw them every time. And she also has like 65,000 piercings, and she has like embroidered damask fabric on her. And then once you get to her back, she has her moth pattern on her cloak also. And more piercings along her tail. So yeah, she's got a few details, you know. And I'm not done with the reference sheet yet, but once I get it done, I'll post it places so you can see. Yeah, see, I do still images, generally speaking, so. Yeah, so she's got them, like, on either side of the vertebrae that go down the tail. And they have chain in between them. Yep. I like details. You can't take them from me. Thank you, Sleepy. And, like, I would never ask anybody to animate her. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. I also would never ask anybody to draw her. I did that. You guys don't have to do that. But, like, once Cap decides to make art, you can't stop him. You just say thank you. Yeah, you guys should look in, like, Cap said, you posted it somewhere, Cap, I saw that you said. But, yeah. Cap has done very good with the details. Yeah, that's fair, Sleepy. The whole purpose of Io is to stand out. Because, basically her family is like a huge caravan of, like fortune tellers and similar, who grift people. And they each get assigned once they, like reach adulthood, they get assigned a moth and a tarot card that's supposed to be what they bring to the caravan. That's their adult name. That's so fair. It is specific. But again, I won't blame anybody for not adding a detail. Like, I don't care. If you're making me art, I'll just be really excited about it, you know? Change my mind about how to do this. Yeah, that will help a lot, Sleepy. That's small. I say that, but all of my canvases are freaking huge. Yeah, I do. My base canvas, excuse me, that I start with is 5 inches by 5 inches at 900 DPI. Which is why whenever people put my art on stream, it's like 6,000 times bigger than the layout. Oh, I always use the 6B pencil from the old library. And I have a couple of those that have different streamline amounts. But I really like that one. Hey, Bubba. You decide to grace us with your presence again. That's because you're using an ancient program, babe. Oh, nice. You made it, Ghost. I'm very impressed with people who can make brushes. I don't get it.
Papa, what's up?
He's like, you need to go sit back on the bed so that we can sit with our butts touching. It's not cuddling, it's just sitting next to each other, you know? Oh, nice. Cap uses GIMP, which has not been relevant since 1995. Like, it was big when it came out, but it definitely is is old school at this point. Yeah, which is so fair. Like, I totally get just finding what works for you and sticking with it. I say as I constantly switch back from the new Procreate brush library to my own because I don't like any of the new ones. Because they aren't the ones I'm used to using. Like, I get it. Well, I mean, GIMP was revolutionary when it came out. But, like, it kind of ran out of steam at some point. Because, like, one of the big things about GIMP was that a lot of people, this is like really specific information. Don't worry about it. I already know I'm neurodivergent. But GIMP was big for forensic, like anthropology and stuff, because especially for like criminal forensic anthropology, because you could overlay somebody's, for free, you could overlay somebody's photo over the skull to see if it matched. So there were a couple of cases that were actually solved because of GIMP. Which is weirdly specific information that I have. But those cases were solved in like 1990 something. Back when, you know, GIMP was specialized knowledge, which it kind of has turned back around to being. But and again, I get, especially as a neurodivergent person, I totally get finding something that works for you and refusing to ever let it go. Which is why I also, whenever I find a pair of shoes I buy multiple pairs. So that I don't have to change shoes again. So, you know. I get it. Sorry, I'm grumbling about the planes overhead. I don't know how well you guys can hear that, but it annoys me. Which I'm sure is a shock to anybody who has ever known me, that I would find a loud noise annoying. What are you doing, Bubba? Yeah, see, it's so good, Sleepy. The 6B pencil from the old Procreate library is the best pencil. That is for free that I have found. You just gotta get the streamline to where you want it. And for me, I have 5 different versions of that pencil. So I have like low streamline, I have mid streamline, I have so much streamline. Don't drown. And then I have 2 that I made bigger so that I can fill stuff in easier. And one is low streamline and one is mid streamline. Why didn't you record a voice memo and send it to me to wake up to? I'm offended. Okay. We can do little funfetties. Curse you, ADHD. I was so cold last night that I woke up in the middle of the night, excuse me, and put on a hoodie and slept in the hoodie for the rest of the night. You got it, Bubba? You good? He's climbing up the cat tree trying to figure something out. I'm not sure he's figured out how to get to where he wants to go. I think that's your job, actually, to funfetti my cleavage. I'd like everybody to know that I made it so that 2 of these burners are on and not being used, which adds more chaos, I would like to point out. Yeah, that is how it works. I solve a lot of problems in my dreams, and I know for a fact, because people have told me, that I will say the things that I have solved out loud in my sleep. But it won't make any sense to anybody, except for me, and I will remember when I wake up. Yeah, honestly. I also come up with like cooking recipes while I'm sleeping sometimes. So last night I was having a dream about having to make like special Rice Krispie treats for something. Do not ask me why. I do not know. And my dream self came up with the idea of like making regular Rice Krispie treats, except putting like freeze-dried strawberries in it. Which sounds slapping. I might legitimately buy stuff to make those because that sounds really good. Yeah, right? That sounds good. I might get stuff because freeze-dried strawberries really aren't that expensive, all things considered. I used to get them a lot as treats for my rabbit wash. So maybe I'll make that at some point. You know, with all those extra spoons that I just have laying around. I don't think I'm going to finish this today. I say I don't think. We aren't going to finish this today. I'm trying to decide where I want to stop. Because I do want to figure out like a pattern to do on the wall, like a wallpaper. Actually, we could put another Easter egg in here for the wallpaper. Because I did, in fact, when I visited Cap, I really liked the wallpaper that was in his kitchen, so I took a photo of it. We could make the wallpaper be Cap's kitchen wallpaper. Actually. I do think that I want to lay down the base colors for the fire here. Because I was thinking, I asked Cap like how old the wallpaper was, because it's an older house. And it just reminded me of something that I would see in my grandma's house. And he was like, yeah, it's old. And I was like, cool, which means that the company who made it is probably out of business and I can copy that and sell it. I was thinking I would do, because it's like little strawberries. I was thinking I would do like a blackberry version of it. Because I do think it would be a really cute washi tape, actually. cherry would be cute too. Maybe we're going to make a bunch of them and then I'll decide which one I like best for a washi tape. Because that is one of my goals for next year is to get washi tape. At least 2 designs up and running in my shop. Which we'll see. That was going to be a goal for this year and then girl, the tariffs, you know. But I did find a US manufacturer that does washi tape, so it might be doable. We'll see. And I do know that one of the manufacturers that other people use, I do not like their washi tape. So I was going to be looking at other manufacturers anyway. But I don't like the quality of their washi tape. Good question. So I was going to do just like base colors for this, and I'm just like going for a whole hog, which is fine. I just think it's funny how often I'm just like, I'll just do, you know, a light thing to remind myself what I was doing for next time. And then just go for it anyway. I think I'll get that done and then I will wander off and finish eating my lunch at 3 p.m. You know, which is pretty standard for me, honestly. That's usually when I eat lunch, so. I don't like lunch, honestly. Lunch and I have beef because it messes up the vibes of the day. Like it just splits the day in a way that is not great for me. Not beef for lunch, beef with lunch. Side of beef. Well, too bad. I still eat lunch. I do. Because otherwise I turn into the Joker. But, like, it just messes with the vibes. Like, I get into the middle of something and I'm, like, going. And then it's like, oh, you need to eat again. And it's like, I don't like eating. I find it annoying. Like, if I could be in the, like, Jetsons future where I could eat a pill for every meal and have enough calories and nutrients and stuff, I would 100% do that. Like, there are some things that I would eat by choice, like popcorn, for instance, but other than that, like, whatever. I don't give a shit. I do take breaks, but for a lot of the stuff that I do, for instance, painting or fiber work or something like that, I cannot do that at all until I am done eating. And like, so with computer stuff, I can, you know, work and then take a break and eat a little bit and then go back to it, you know? But I cannot do that with, like, the majority of the things I need to do. And it drives me fucking nuts. Because I'm also a slow eater. Because, again, I don't like eating. I don't want to. So, it takes a while to force myself to eat, basically. And if I have to sit down and do that all at once, I am way less likely to do it. Which is also part of why popcorn is a treat food for me, because I can't eat it while I'm working. Because it will get grease on stuff. Even if I am careful, I cannot guarantee that that won't be an issue. This is still pretty wet, so this is gonna fan out a bit, and I'll have to go back over this when it's dry, but getting some vibes in here for the big flames is not a bad thing. Rice. Oh, I could actually make sausage and rice for dinner today, I think. I'll need to check the sausages and see if they're still good, but they should be. Yeah, one of the like common easy meals when I was a kid that my mom would do is rice with some like frozen veg in it, and then you put Adele's chicken sausage on top, and then you can just cook it all at once, and then the sausages are preheated and the like veg is thawed, and then you have rice, and then you can just put it all on a plate and just eat it. Or in a bowl. I always eat out of a bowl. Yeah, I know. I know you did. And you always gave me a serving that was like way too big. And I like ate more than I was comfortable with because I wanted to try to eat the entire serving that you gave me. So, you know. But we have another package of Adele's sausage, so I might make that for dinner today. And it also is easy, and I don't have to like pay attention to it really. I still haven't decided what color I want to make that bowl. Maybe yellow or orange. I think yellow. You think teal? What kind of teal? Like a dark teal or a lighter teal? Ooh, yeah, I like that. I also haven't decided what we're baking. Which I will need to decide at some point. I did consider rainbow cake at one point. Also, still haven't decided if I want to do colors on the edge of the shorts or not. And I think I'll wait to decide what color the window frame is until I decide what I'm doing for the wallpaper. Oh, geez. Yeah, for sure. And enjoy your pizza and drive safe. And stay safe in the wind. Maybe I'll do some shading on this with drops here too. Yes, Shawnee also stay safe. That is a constant order for Shawnee. It may actually add a little bit of like under eye bag to me. Just because I feel like this would be stressing me out. I also just basically constantly have under eye bags. That's what happens when you're really pale. Yeah, I'm definitely more of a grazer than like a sit and eat a meal person, and I always have been, which has been a point of contention with some of my family, which if you've heard me talk about my family, you can probably deduce who I'm talking about. So like, yeah, I definitely did not have a healthy relationship with food for a very long time, and I do try that, and sometimes it's harder and sometimes it's easier, but like that's how it goes. Okay. Any particular reason, Sleepy? That's valid. It does seem pretty funny. New Sleepy mouse pad incoming. Okay, and I will add some more color to that black. I just wanted to get the like bloom going there. I think maybe that's a good stopping spot for today. Actually, is that dry? Yes. Ugh. God, that's so fucking loud now. I don't know why all of that got so much louder, but it sure as shit did. Not your fault, Shawnee. And honestly, like, it like startles me a little bit, but it's not that bad. I'll put the yellow in that bowl before I forget to. Progress photo. And I will actually take one where it's like standing up because those generally look better. And I've taken many sippies. Also, Shani, would you cut, if you cannot, because you're still on mobile, that's okay, I can do it. But we should, one of us, copy and paste the message that you did and save it in the mod chat for Friday. I can also do that probably, if it will let me. By it, I mean my laptop. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I can do it. I got it. I got it. If my laptop will like, anytime I open Discord, like pull the thing up, it loses its shit. And everything freezes. It's so stupid. You can save that for next time, so that's in the mod chat now. You just sat down, so you should be eating your dinner, Shawnee. Right? That's your job now, is to eat. Yeah, this is so fun. I saw it when Doodle sent it, and I was so thrilled with it. It was also like really fun to ink, honestly, and I told Doodle that while I was doing it. It was very satisfying to ink. Just realized that we have a little bit of there. Let me fix that. Okay. Let me switch over to the ending screen because that's what's happening right now. Yes, I love that concept. I don't do very well under pressure, honestly. Okay. Well, I can also do it, Shawnee. I appreciate your help. We're gonna go raid Rainbow. Because I see that she's still going. That's not the window I meant to open. Thank you. Love you too, Shawnee. Shawnee is putting the raid commands in chat. The first one has emoji that you can use anywhere on Twitch, no matter your subscription status. The second one has emotes that you can use if you're subscribed to my channel. So please copy and pasta the one that is relevant to you if you'll be joining us on our little raid journey today. This bit first. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being nicest to me and being patient with my laptop and me being frustrated with the laptop. I will see you all on Friday unless something crazy happens, which, let's be real, has been kind of a bit of a regular for a while now, is crazy things happening that keep fucking with my schedule. So hopefully I will see you all on Friday. Hopefully. But thanks for being here. Thanks for being nice to me. Thanks for hanging out. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of or be kind to yourself or yourself, please do so for me because I think you're awesome and deserve nice things, including from yourself, even on the days when it's really hard. So let's work on being kinder to ourselves and each other, and then we can meet up back here and curse the universe because we're allowed to be haters. Okay? I'll see y'all next time. Okay, bye.